Hello everybody, it's Lasha, and if you've never been to this channel before, welcome, and you can scroll away if you like. However, I just wanted to show you the glorious city of Hamilton, Ontario. And we're going to take a little walk up to Battlefield Park in Stoney Creek, where us Canadians won the war in 1815, and the States, we beat you. We beat you. I know we beat you. I know you don't like it. But anyway, oh, ow! I just got punished. That's what my mother would always say. God just punished you. Okay, so this is Stoney Creek. Now, it hasn't really changed that much. However, there are so many cars, as you can hear, from the traffic. Now, do you see that bike there? That motorcycle? Well, you all know that I have my scooter. However, that is going to change. And this part is a little bit of an advertisement. Never mind. I'll get back to my own sponsorhood in a minute. So I'm showing you a little bit of Canadian history. Okay, so that's Eastgate Mall. That mall has been there since like my inception. And my friend is coming to pick me up at 5:30, and he said, "Where shall I pick you up?" And I said, "Oh!" It was that. Look. Woo, 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 woo. It's hot. You know, I haven't gone swimming outside once this summer. Oh! And while we're walking up to Battlefield Park, I wanted to share with you, have you ever watched White Lotus? Okay, White Lotus, there are thus far 3 series. The first series is held in Hawaii and Kauai. The second series is held in Italy, and the last one is held in Taiwan. And what they do is they take, there's different stories about the guests. All right, so every guest has a little story, a little learning lesson, okay? And this is one of the poshest hotels ever. And when I watch it, I feel like I'm on vacation. So my favorite season out of all of them is season 2. And the story that I wish that whoever created White Lotus, which I've not looked up in any shape or form, is the couple Harper and Ethan, and the misogynistic guy and the wife Daphne. And she was also in, this actress, I can't Google you right now and tell you who the actress is, but the actress, she was in The Perfect Couple with Nicole Kidman. Then I saw her in Sirens with Julianne Moore, and she was phenomenal. And then I saw her in White Lotus, but based on the timeline, I think White Lotus might have been one of the first things that she was in. She's the one with the blonde hair, and she's stunningly beautiful, but so sweet. And you can tell by her demeanor how sweet she is. But her storyline with her husband, which is interesting because her husband, the actor that plays the husband, and let's just call him a player. Players only love you when they're playing. I say women, retirement living. Anyway, so this character that plays that beautiful blonde actress's wife, he looks like James Franco. Well, why was James Franco canceled? Okay. Now, that canceled James Franco thought started to make me think about Maureen Callahan's show, The Nerve. And she has an excellent episode on Harry and Meghan with Kinsey Schofield. However, I am going to do a video about my take, and this was my comment back to Maureen Callahan about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And why does it matter? Why do Harry and Meghan matter? Well, let's think of two things that have come up as of late. Her interviews with those podcasters, Emma, and that businesswoman, what is it called? Affirm or Aspire. And then the other one, it was like a this is new, Christian Network. These were never here before. Okay, I'm getting to the battlefield. I'm walking all the way there, just so I can show you. So it will probably be at the end of the video. And if you don't want it to listen to any more about the White Lotus or whatever else I was just talking about, see? Canadian pride. Canadian pride. We've got so much inside. I have so much to say, but in no particular way. I'm an improv girl on Centennial Parkway today. No, that woman, look at, no, go around, it's fine, I'm walking. Hi. Cars. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay, White Lotus. I wish that in season 2 in Italy, they had spent more time on the story about this couple. And then I'll get back to Maureen Callahan and The Nerve, because she was talking about, come on, troublemakers, we have got a fantastic show for you today, and I have on good authority. Okay, so Kinsey Schofield and Maureen Callahan and the royal family, and what's going on right now in terms of Harry reconciling with Charles and all of that. I've said from day one that Meghan Markle is an unwitting spy for the government. I don't know what she's doing. And why is Netflix supporting her? Look at all the traffic. You know why Netflix is supporting her? Because they're getting ready for the big divorce. It was already planned, and she's going to spill more BS. You know, I don't know why we as consumers, as mainstream media watchers, as YouTube small-time creators like myself, or whether you're a Joe Rogan. I mean, he's the most popular name I can think of. All right, so the story about White Lotus and the couple, James Franco was canceled, the character looks like him, and it was about the dynamic of two couples' relationship on this trip. And Ethan was like a tech guy who came into money. The other guy had always been rich, has lots of affairs. The wife knows about it, but you know it hurts her. They have 2 children, and Ethan cannot wrap his head around the husband and why he cheats on his wife. And the one thing that I do believe, and women and men, it's not everybody. I'm monogamous if I'm in a relationship, 100%. And if I'm not in a relationship, That's it. There's nothing to say. You know, our bodies are our temples, and how we treat our bodies now contributes to how they're treated and how our bodies function in the future. At any rate, I wish they had explored the dynamics of monogamy and relationship dynamics, and this other couple wasn't as affectionate because they were both a little uncomfortable with their sexuality. People don't talk about these things. I think White Lotus is a really good series, and as I said, this video, okay, I'm at what is that? Fillory? Oh, I have a story to tell you. Okay, so in 2015, I lived in Grimsby, and my friend Ian lived way down yonder, and I used to work way down yonder at Mark's warehouse. And I used to walk to work all the time, and this is before I broke my leg and all of that jazz. And I used to walk to work all the time, no issues, and I loved it. And you know, back then life was a lot more simple. But I just think of those times, and they were just so simple and so easy and innocent. And I was talking about our body being temples, and Ian, and how he takes care of himself and engages in things that he loves, and he has boundaries, and yeah. But I had a really good story, and now I can't remember. That leaves a distaste in my mouth, literally, because I can't remember, and it was a really good story. But I used to live up here, okay? So when I moved in with my father, who I hadn't seen, oh God, I was almost 40 years old. Just to keep the timeline easy, I was between 38 and 40, but I started to build a relationship again when I was 35. And I was the firstborn grandkid for 12 years. And then my cousin came along, and I was shunned from the family, and my father never paid child support. My grandfather and another family member who I respect and I love and I know was caught in between all of this BS. It was really incredible. Anyways, this is when we beat you guys. All right. That Country Donuts has been there forever. Now, I can ride my scooter out here. Okay, here's the Battlefield Park and the attic. And I remember my dad and his second wife, Teresa, because then he was married to Nina, then he was married to Luba, but Luba didn't even know I existed, which was really weird. Oh, the attic, is it still here? No. There's Battlefield Park. And I used to live on Village Green. There it is, look. Here's some Canadian history. The only difference between America and Canada as far as the agriculture in this area is, well, I'm cutting through traffic, very risky. Okay, he sees me. I'm through. Okay, and here is Battlefield Museum and Park. National Historic Site of Canada. I remember my Auntie Margaret taking my cousin JC here to the house. There's a turret here, and like there's the Indonesian, it looks like indigenous. Oh wow, this has changed since I was a kid. Look at that house. So that house has got to be like 120 years old. It's beautiful here. Look. Check this out. 1815. The war between the UK and Canada. The Women's Art Association of Canada. We still remain part of the crown against America. So beautiful. I'm just going to ask a question. Hi. Are there any like showings through the house about the history of the battlefield war?
They do, but I don't know what they got time and when they do it.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not filming you. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, we used to come here, and around the back, I'll show you. Oh, there's a bunch of people there. What's this? Look up the Battle of 1815 in Stoney Creek. There's our Rangers. Battlefield House Museum and Park. Oh, Sophie would have loved it here. And it's nice and quiet too. You know, nice to bring a book and read. You know what? I actually really and truly, I have to start reading out loud again because I'm getting really good at it. There's a few new books that are coming out that I heard about from Maureen Callahan and The Nerve, and I'm totally fascinated. Where's the big thing that we used to have to climb? There was this big, where is it? Oh, is it way up there? Oh guys, I don't know if where did it go? They could not have taken that down. There used to be a castle thing and you had to walk to the top, and there used to be a battlefield cannon in front of there. I wonder why it changed. Anyway, I think I'm gonna sit in front of this tree right here. And I won't be back at the oh, I'm dizzy. I won't be back. I ate too many kokara. I went to Denninger's for the first time and I bought kokara. And it is as much harm as I feel inside, as we all do, about certain things. I always remember my Baba had these in her pocket and they're called kokara. And so I went to Denninger's today and I purchased some. And you know, as far as my rant today about the doctor and everything, it's all true. And the reason I'm not a victim is because I can still walk, I dance, and I'm so proud of that. But